This special called meeting of the Caldwell County Board of Education is called to order. We are happy that we have such a large crowd for such an important occasion here because, as you well know, we are going to introduce the board's choice as our next superintendent. And the board has worked long and hard, actively been involved in this process since January when we had our community meetings right here in this room. And we know that the North Carolina School Boards Association has done such a great job in providing us with a tremendous amount of information and on the 24 candidates that we had, and also in leading us through the process. The board has worked together well and acted as one in this entire process. We will introduce our next superintendent shortly, but first we will proceed through the agenda. So the next item on the agenda is the invocation for the board, and I'll recognize fellow board member, Mr. Joe Sims.
Thank you. So yes, we are in exciting times. The school year's almost ended. We're all getting ready to take a step forward, especially the senior class of all of our high schools. So I'd like for you, if you don't mind, to join me in a moment of silence and reflection for all of us, and especially the seniors as they take this next step in their life. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sims. Now, if you will, please rise as Dr. Stone leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dr. Stone. Next is the approval of the agenda, which the board's had opportunity to review. Do I hear a motion that we approve the agenda as presented?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the agenda as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments, additions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the agenda is approved. Next item on the agenda is a closed session. Do I hear a motion for the board to go into closed session?
Chairman Pennell, I move that we go into closed session to discuss confidential personnel matters pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 143-318, 11A1, A6, and General Statute 115C, 321, and to consult with the board attorney and preserve the attorney-client privilege as provided in General Statute 143-218, 11A3.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We will be in closed session. We will not be long, though.
Yes, I know. Deep breathing. Oh, thanks.
We appreciate your patience, and we're going to move on pretty quickly here. We have our candidate coming in with family at present time. Is there a motion in regards to hiring our next superintendent of Caldwell County Schools?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the board hire Dr. Don Phipps as the next superintendent of Caldwell County Schools effective July 1st, 2018 pursuant to the terms of his contract.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye. Or raise your hand.
Okay, aye.
Any opposed? And it is unanimous. Congratulations, Dr. Phipps. We are extremely happy to have you here, and we're going to come down and shake your hand. I would like to give some of Dr. Phipps' background and then ask him to come and speak and introduce the family members that he has in attendance today. During the search process, the board carefully reviewed applications from a diverse field of 24 excellent candidates. Although many qualified candidates applied, the board felt that Dr. Phipps' leadership, experience, and dedication to students would best serve the Caldwell County's students, staff, and community for years to come. The board is confident that Dr. Phipps' leadership will greatly benefit Caldwell County and our school system. Dr. Phipps has enjoyed a successful career in public education spanning over 20 years in North Carolina. Dr. Phipps began his career in education as a school psychologist in Cumberland County for about 6.5 years, and then became the Director of Research and Development for the Cumberland County Partnership for Children. In 1998, he became an assistant professor in the Computer Information Systems program at Pfeiffer University. He became the chair of the department there, served on the faculty senate, and was chosen as Professor of the Year during his tenure there. However, his desire to get back into public schools and into administration led him to become an assistant principal in Cumberland County for a year, and then as a principal for 5 years. Dr. Phipps then moved to Central Services to become the executive director of student services for the 53,000 students of the Cumberland County school system. He served in this capacity for 2.5 years prior to becoming the superintendent of Beaufort County Schools in January of 2010, where he has been for the past 8.5 years. Dr. Phipps has an impressive academic background as well, including a bachelor's degree in psychology and psychology management from Methodist College, He went on to obtain a master's degree and a certificate of advanced studies in school psychology from Appalachian State University. He also has received a master's degree in computer instructional systems from the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. And he also received his doctorate degree in educational leadership from Appalachian State University. He is married to Nancy Phipps, and together they have 4 children and 1 granddaughter. The Board of Education has worked hard, reviewed many excellent candidates, and took into account community and staff input. The board wholeheartedly, and as you have seen, unanimously support Dr. Don Phipps as our next superintendent. I am honored to introduce Dr. Phipps and invite him to share comments as well as to introduce his family. Yes.
Thank you. I'm humbled and I'm very excited, and I want to thank the Board of Education for their trust and faith and confidence in selecting me. I would be remiss at this time, though, not to acknowledge Steve Stone and the work that he has done. Dr. Stone's tenure here has been tremendous. Dr. McNeil before him. I had the opportunity while I was in the doctoral program at Appalachian State to work with Dr. Tom McNeil, and I actually did my superintendent internship down here in Caldwell County. So I've had a little bit of an opportunity to be in the county. It's been a long time, but I'm looking forward to being back. I'll tell you, the one thing that I look for is the fit between a superintendent and a school board, and I had a very good feeling with the school board as we went through the interview process. I'm also aware of the stakeholder surveys and the work that you all did in terms of speaking with the board about characteristics that were important to you all in a superintendent, and I can tell you they heard those. I can tell you that I know they heard them because I heard them in the interview questions and the conversations that we had. So I feel like the fit is a good fit. I look forward to getting started with you all. It's very exciting. I have a focus in terms of the way I work to include all of our stakeholders. And I look forward to working with the established relationships and partnerships that exist between the school system and stakeholders outside of the school system, and possibly forging new relationships. I look forward to meeting you all and working with you all and being a part of what goes on. Nancy and I certainly are going to be a part of the community. I wanted to share with you who I have here with me today are my in-laws, Pat and Les Hawkins. Pat made her career in public education. I'm very excited and proud to have them with me. I'm fortunate to have my mother and father are still alive, but my mother had a stroke about 9 months ago, and she's recovered well, but I didn't want to ask her to make the drive from Cumberland County up here. My wife Nancy is with me. She spent 17 years in the classroom, most of those in kindergarten, and then she's been the last 8 years working at the district level as a literacy coach, working with a lot of the literacy initiatives and that type thing. She's a terrific teacher, but an even better person, and I look forward to you all having the opportunity to meet her. The 4 children that we have 2 sons that have graduated from high school. I have a daughter who is at Cape Fear High School in Fayetteville. She's a senior this year. She'll be at Appalachian State next year. And then we have a daughter, Callie, who is a rising senior at Washington High School. And Nancy will stay there with her until she finishes and then come up here, and we'll hopefully put long, deep, lasting roots here. But I don't want to spend a lot of time, but I want to say thank you for the confidence that you've shown in me. I look forward to working with you all and continuing the great legacy of success that the school system has had. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Phipps. Obviously, we are very excited about having you here in Caldwell County, and we look forward to working with you, and we look forward to many great years ahead for Caldwell County Schools. So thank you for all that you have done in the past and the road that has brought you here to Caldwell County. We are blessed to have you with us. Okay, we are going to, in just a moment, adjourn the meeting. You will have an opportunity to meet Dr. Phipps and his family. Also, we have some light refreshments here, so you're welcome to be a part of that as well. So thank you for coming out, and we look forward to many good days ahead in Caldwell County Schools. Do I hear a motion that we adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And we are adjourned. Thank you very much.